Hi everyone, I'm Donna and welcome to my little corner of the world. Today I have a lot of crochet projects to show you, some finished items, some works in progress, a few purchases. So let's get started. I have piles sitting around me, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, first thing I made was some cowls, and I made several of these. I have one on, and I just love these. They're real soft and snuggly, and they're tall, so you can pull them up over your face if it's really cold out. But I made two of this color. It only takes one skein, and I had two skeins, so I made these. And this one is made out of a sweet roll. It is Cherry Swirl is the name by Premier. So, and there's about, maybe 250 yards on each of these, and I'm going to show you each of the skeins. So, like I said, it only takes one skein of yarn to make these. This one was a Mary Maxim cashmere, and it was a real pretty pink. So I made that one. And then I got some yarn at a yarn shop, and it was in little plastic bags. They were $2 a bag. There was no label or anything on them, so I do not know what yarn this is, but it's a real soft, almost velvety feel. So I have this one. It's real pretty, like blacks and grays and browns. And then I also have this one, which is blacks and grays. So I think someday I'll do a quick little tutorial on how to do these. They're really super easy to do. Really quick, but all it is you do one row of double crochet, and I do 80 double crochets, but you can do as many as you want, and then you do a row of treble crochet, and then you do a row of back post treble crochet. So it's double crochet, treble crochet, back post treble crochet, and then I just keep going till I use up all my yarn on that skein. Like I said, it takes about 250 yards to do one. So I made those, and I really enjoy making these, like I said. And then I had this big skein of, I don't know, bulky yarn. It was just big, and there was no label or anything on it, again. So I thought, well, I'll make some headbands with that. So here's my headbands. Not a pretty color. Now I have not added the button yet. There's a button that goes right here, and then this buttons. So there's my headband, and I have a tutorial on how to make these, so I will link that below. So it made two adult size headbands, and then I weighed my yarn to see how much it took to make this, and I had a little bit left, and I knew I wouldn't have enough to make an adult size, so I made a child size headband. And again, I need to sew the button on yet, but I just love those colors, so pretty. So I made those, and then my niece was wanting a headband, one like this, but she wanted it in a gray color. So I found in my stash, I found Loops and Threads Cozy Wool, and I already gave it to her, but I made her one of those, and then I had a little bit of yarn left over, so I made this little headband. So I just did double crochets, and the next row you just do in the back loop, you just keep doing double crochets, and I just kept going till I ran out of yarn. and then you do that little twisty thing in the front. So made that little headband. And then I have, I bought this kit at a secondhand store. It's Annie's Hooks and Needle Kit for $1.25. And there's a pattern here in here to do a knit version and a crochet version. And I started the crochet version and I didn't really like it. The holes and stuff were too big, I thought. So I kind of did my own thing. I grabbed some of my white yarn. I have plenty of white yarn. So I held one strand of white yarn together with one strand of this baby yarn. And I just did a little ripple blanket. It made it pretty good size. So I did that, and it's real soft and squishy. So I made that one. And then I made some cowls, some more cowls, but these are the mesh cowls, and I have a tutorial on how to do these also. But this is a Lion Brand Scarfie, and this was on clearance for $4, and the name, it says black/purple, and that's what it is. It's black and purple yarn. So I made a mesh cowl, and I really love making these also because they work up really quick and they're long enough. You can wrap them around your neck twice if you want. And again, it makes it real snug against your neck to keep you warm. So I made that one, and then, you know, you can always pull one layer up kind of back over your head if it's cold out. So I made that one. And then I made another one. This is Red Heart Roll With It Melange. And these cowls take about 350 yards of yarn a skein. So this one I had about this much left. So I made this one. And this, I don't know, this colorway is called Theater. Very pretty. So I have that one. Got a light right behind me, see it? And then I made this cowl. I might have showed it to you before, but I have this one. And I do not remember what yarn this was. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it. And then I made, I had a skein Serdar, I think it's called, by Jewel Spun. And I got this yarn at a yarn shop in Holland, Michigan. I don't remember the name of the shop, but if you're ever in the area, stop by. It is just a beautiful little shop. She's got a good variety of yarns. But, oh, here, Garden Hues. I don't know if you can see that. That's the name of her shop. But this skein had 546 yards on it. The shade is 839. Doesn't really have a color. So I made this scarf here. This was a pattern from one of my Mary Maxim monthly kits, Milan Wrap and Hat. That's what it looks like. So this is it. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful colors. So it made a pretty long scarf. But I'm pretty sure I have another skein of this in my stash, probably different colorway. But I think if I make this again, the scarf's pretty wide, which I like my scarves that way. But I thought I'd take out one of the repeats so it would make it maybe this wide. That way I can make it longer and I can do the hat that matches. I didn't have enough to make the hat. So I made that one. And then I had, this was again a Mary Maxim monthly kit. This colorful poncho. And I showed this one before, but I didn't quite have it done. I just had a few more rows to do. And this, you can see the pattern. It does not really have a neck, just kind of, you know, V-neck there. So I added a few more rows to the neckline. So it looks like that. So there's that. And it looks really nice on. It just kind of drapes across your shoulders here. So it's very pretty and it's really soft. So I got that done. Like I said, most of it was done. I just had a few more rows I needed to do. This one, same way. This was almost done. I just had a few more rows I needed to finish up. It was again one of my Mary Maxim monthly kits. Beach bag blanket. And what you do is you make this big circle and then it gathers up to be this bag. So you can put all your fun stuff in there and take it with you. So here's the blanket. It's really big. And then you just make these like this, and then you just gather them up. I won't gather them all up, but anyway, you get the idea. You gather them up, and then it makes this bag. It's made out of cotton yarn. So that was really cool, really neat idea. So I got that done. And again, a Mary Maxim kit, Borealis wrap. And I started this one, I had just a few rows done, just a little bit. And I was like, I don't really want to make that wrap. So on the label, if I can find it, this is Red Heart Boutique Midnight. And on the label, see there's a scarf, and it takes 2 skeins of this yarn, and I had 2 skeins of it. So I'm like, I'm gonna make this scarf. So it took me a while to find the pattern on the internet, but this is it, Sophisticated Scarf. So that's what I made with this yarn. And here it is. Isn't that pretty? And again, it made a pretty long scarf. It's got just a little bit of sparkle in it. So I got that done. Now this kit, it came with that sparkle yarn, and then it came with some tan and blue yarn. So here's the tan. Here's the blue, beautiful blue color. And these are Mary Maxim Best Value yarns. But here's the blue colorway. Isn't that pretty? This is called Deep Teal. And there's about 350 yards on here. So I'm going to make mesh cowls with these. So I'll have a blue one and a tan one. So that's what I'm going to do with that yarn. Let's see. And then for projects, that's one project. And then I got my Mary Maxim kit for January, my cozy cowl. And you got a skein of homespun. This color is albergine. Very pretty. Got that one, and then you got this one. This one's a mess because I've been playing. But here's the colorway. And that one is called Fool's Gold. So I did a little baby sample. You just do 2 rows of one color and 2 rows of another. Whoops. There. But I think I might knit this one. Just do a garter stitch, just knit back and forth. Because when you knit a scarf, it just makes it real soft and squishy with this yarn. So I might try that. And when you knit, it doesn't take up as much yarn. So I might be able to get 2 scarves out of this, but I'm not sure. But I think that's my plan for that. And then what else I've been working on is my granny squares. I got this yarn at Dollar Tree for $1. Except the black. I did not get that there. But I've been making granny squares. Started sewing them together. And I have enough granny squares I can make 2 tote bags. But these tote bags are pretty big. They're like 24 inches across. And it's square, so 24 by 24. So let me know, is that too big? Would you carry around a tote bag that's 2 foot by 2 foot? I thought it might be good for if you're working on a big project or an Afghan or something like that. But just let me know if you think that's too big. And then if so, maybe I'll just do 3 squares across instead of 4. Just do 3. 3 across and 3 down. And if I did that, I think I'd be able to get 3 tote bags instead of 2. And then when I was at Walmart, I found this fabric. Isn't this cool? And it matches these colors just perfect. So this is going to be the lining for the tote bags. I bought what was left. There's like 2 1/4 yards here. And it was on clearance. So I got that for the lining for these. It's going to look so pretty. So I've been working on those. And a few things that I bought recently. I was at Dollar Tree and I found this little stencil. It's Crafter Square. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like 4 different designs. So this would be good for, any type of background, note cards or painting or just whatever. So I got that for $1. And then they had a whole bunch of these little scissors for $1. So I bought a whole bunch of those and I put them in each of my project bags. I just dropped one in there, that way I'd have a pair of scissors in my projects. So I got those. And then when I went to Walmart, they had these on clearance for 75 cents, Fiskars. So again, I bought a bunch of those, and it has its own little protector. So again, good thing. I just throw them in my tote bags, and can never have too many scissors, right? All right, and then when I was at Walmart, this was, I don't know, a week or so ago, they had their Christmas rolls on sale for $1.50. So I pretty much grabbed what was left. Now all of them, the ones that were left, were all this colorway right here. And there's 20 strips, 5 designs, 4 of each. So there's only 5 different fabrics in here. So like I said, all of them are this style right here except this one. This was the only one they had left of this style. So I got this one too. So I got those. And then they also had the fat quarters on sale for 35 cents. So I grabbed what was left of those to match these little strips. And then they had the 1 yard cuts on sale for $1. And I grabbed one of 6 different colors. But I wish I would have bought what was left. I love this one. They had more of this one, but I didn't buy it, and I should have. It's got little reindeer, holly leaves, peace, poinsettias, and ornaments. So I got those. And I think that's about it for my whips and crocheting, but I do have a couple little quilt things I want to show you real quick if you want to stick around and see those. Oh, I do have one more thing. Again, another Mary Max monthly kit. This was cotton scarf. And I actually made that, and then I took it back apart because it didn't make a very big scarf at all. It just didn't hardly go around your neck. And so anyway, I took it apart. And I think I'm going to make this hat right here with that yarn. But this is calls for number 4 weight yarn, and that cotton yarn is a number 3 weight. So I don't know, I might have to add a strand or something to it. But this is out of the Crochet Today magazine, July, August 2011. I hang on to my magazines. I just can't seem to part with them. But let me show you real quick some other things in here. This is a really cool magazine. It's got this tote bag, little shirt, blanket. There's that hat. And then I can see why I kept this. Look at this afghan. Isn't that pretty? If I can get it. Isn't that pretty? That's in there. And a couple more afghans, and I love this tote bag. That big granny square tote bag. Isn't that cool? A rug. Another pretty afghan. So I can see why I kept this magazine. There's a lot of fun things in this one. Okay, so now on to non-crochet stuff. Just a couple things. While I was looking through my craft magazines, I saw this cute little snowman, and I thought, I can embroider that. So look. And I remembered I had this little hoop and I thought that'll fit in there perfect. So I just put some ribbon around it, a little ribbon bow, and put some felt on the back. So you could, whoop, there it went. Anyway, you could leave that up all winter long because it's a little snowman. Okay, and I made my first project bag. There it is, and it has a zipper closure. I'm not too big on doing zippers, but it wasn't hard at all. And then I had this earring. I apparently lost the other earring, but a little candy cane. So I used that as my charm. I just took the wire and just wrapped it around. And here's the back. Now the back was a charm, what are they called? Mini charms. They're 2.5 inch squares already pre-cut. This one was called Winter White. And I wish I would have got some more of these. It's very pretty colors. So I made that. And a friend of mine gave me a whole bunch of cross stitch stuff. So I bought this piece of fabric. She loves Jim Shore. So I am going to make her one of these project bags. Or maybe two, because there's 1 yard here, so that'll be plenty to make some project bags. So I got that. And then in my last video, my goal is to do 1 quilt block a week out of this quilt. It is called Ocean Breeze. And it was a Joanne's block of the month, and it'll look like this. So my plan is to do 1 block a week. So that'll take me, there's 12 blocks, so that'll take me 3 months. And then the 4th month, they give you the setting kit so I can put the quilt together. So that'll give me the whole month to put the quilt together. So hopefully, if I stay on course, I might get 3 quilts done this year. We'll see. But this first block is called Seagull. So I got it done. Here it is. And then the second block is called White Caps. And I learned that I need to check the pieces before I sew them together because they are not cut accurately. So I checked all these before I sewed them together, but there's that one. So that was for the 2nd week of January, and we are on the 3rd week of January, so I did my 3rd block. This one's called Ocean Waves. So there is that one. And then I made myself a design board. This is, you can find videos out there on the internet, but made a design board. That way I can, when I'm working on my pieces, I can lay them on the board so they don't get out of order. And I made this board 14 inches because these finish 12.5, so I figured that'd give me enough room to lay out my design. So I think that is it for now. So thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I enjoy your comments, and I am pretty much feeling back to normal now, so hopefully I will be back soon. Oh, one more thing real quick. I've been working on a bunch of cross-stitch projects. I think I'm going to do a separate video on my cross-stitch projects, and I'll put it in the title. That way if you're not interested, you don't have to watch it. And I don't plan on doing those very often, but I just kind of want to do one beginning of the year just to show what my projects are, and hopefully I'll make some progress on them this year, and that way I can see how far I got. So anyway, okay, now that's it. So I will be back soon, and everybody take care. Bye.